besties, welcome back to my channel. Up first, I'm going to tell you what this video is going to be about. How exciting. I decided, I don't know why, I'm in such a fantasy mood, which normally I'm in a fantasy mood during the winter, not the summer, but you know what, we're going to roll with it because I am eating fantasy up. So I'm going to read The Lies of Lena by Kylie Snow. I know zilch nothing about this series. I got about 7 chapters in. By the way, I have both books. Look at this one. That one's thick. Like my hand could like barely fit around it. She's a thick boy. I got about 7 chapters into it last night. So, and let me tell you what I know so far. Our main character is Lena. Lena is a mage. And in this realm that we're in, mages are like not allowed. No one likes mages. And there's like in the center, and the center is like the rich people. And then the outer layer is middle class. And the outer layer is lower class. And she lives in the outer layer. She just encountered who I think is going to be our male main character, and I have a feeling I already know who it is because in the prologue there's a little information about the king, the queen, and their 2 heirs and what happened to one of them and what happened to the other one. That being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so I'm 163 pages in. I think I'm like 30% in. I am not completely in love. But it makes me a bit sad just because I was really looking forward to it. But that's the wonderful thing about reading. It's very subjective. Let me tell you why I'm not in love with it. So we're following Lena, and Lena is 16. The male main character, Quill, that's how I'm saying it in my head, could be saying it completely wrong, is 16 as well. And there was already a spicy scene in it, and it just felt so wrong being a grown woman reading spice with 16-year-olds. And not only that, I feel like my view on the world, no young adult should be really, not young adult I should say, no 16-year-old should be reading this. I mean, obviously do with what you will with that. So I did completely, once I realized where that scene was going, I just completely skipped that chapter. It felt wrong. But I've heard that they like skip years, I guess, in a sense. That this is just like a little bit of background of Lena and Quill, and we need to know that for the story. So therefore, I'm not completely in love with it, and already 30% in, I love you is getting thrown out there. And I know in the story they've been together for like months, but as a reader it doesn't feel like that. So we officially finished. So The Lies of Lena was a roller coaster. I would say hold on if you possibly can until about 50%. because the first 50% is just like background knowledge about Lena and Silas and their story, and then it hops 5 years to like present time. And once you get into that 5 years later story, oh my god, right out the gate it's like bam, 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 this happened, this person died, and you're just like whiplash, and you're like, hello? It was so good. I wish the background knowledge of Lena and Silas was just put in a little differently. Like, I think it would have been cool to start the 5 years in the future right at the beginning and had like flashbacks of the past and get that background knowledge along with like what I'm trying to say. It'd been cool to start off in the 5 years right out the gate, so us readers can be really hooked right out the gate, and then get flashbacks of their background romance. So I ended on it being 4 stars. So I'm immediately gonna pick up book 2 right now. I'm unwell. Literally so unwell right now. I just absolutely sobbed so hard at this scene. I can't even think of it. Without crying. So please, if you're going into this, don't get me wrong, this series is so good. In fact, it's already going to be a 5-star because it's making me cry this hard. Every single chapter, something eventful happens. But please read the trigger warnings before going into this book, just so you know what you are getting into. There's very heavy topics, heavy battle scenes, people dying. That's making me unwell. Ooh, it's just, let me be your warning. I'm so unwell, and I'm only 55% into the Sins of Silas. We better be making a turn for the better after this, because that was really messed up. So the last time you saw me, I indeed was sobbing. So I officially finished The Sins of Silas last night. So before I give you my rating and my review, let me tell you what happened last night in bed while reading. I was actually sobbing so hard I thought for sure I was gonna wake up my husband. I was like, the end? What do you mean? What do you mean? I believe book 3 doesn't even have a release date, but the way it ended, it's clearly going to be continued. Okay, so I need answers like yesterday. Every single chapter in this book had some sort of information. So yeah, she's thick. It needs to be thicker. Because what do you mean at the end? What do you mean? Rude? Uncalled for. Should you pick it up? 100% yes. I gave this 5 stars. This one is definitely a lot of spice compared to The Lies of Lena. So definitely go into this knowing it is not a closed door romance. Okay. So I ate it up. I think it was beautiful. Highly recommend reading this, especially if you like Fourth Wing, especially if you like ACOTAR. It's giving those vibes, but just different because we're working with mages. We are witches. And there's just like truly nothing I would change besides my epic heartbreaking at the last, like, I would say the last 5% was just buck wild. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Hello? Literally my reaction, and I was sobbing. I was not okay. So 5 stars and 4 stars. Lies of Lena was 4 stars. The Sins of Silas, 5 stars. Highly recommend it. Please go read if you're looking for a new fantasy to get into. And definitely read the trigger warnings. Please read the trigger warnings, because it is not a light read. It is heavy, but it was just beautiful. I need more. That's a wrap on the Otacia, the 2 books from Otacia. I think I'm saying it right. Reading vlog. Please like and subscribe and comment below if you plan on reading it, if you read it, what your thoughts and feelings were, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.